Okay, we're going in. Step is dropped. It's not dimensionally uniform. We got drill holes on our front porch, and we got some rod holes around the foundation perimeter. I saw a couple. And there's only one reason to put holes in the front porch like this, or any porch, the flat work next to the structure, is to apply product, which is code name for poison. And the poison is specific. It's engineered. Its target pest is subterranean termites. This is the only reason to have holes like that drilled in your patio. The Structural Pest Control Board is confident enough that if I see those holes, then I'm supposed to report that as evidence of prior treatment. Because again, there isn't much any other reason to do that. So we're reasonably sure. And we're coming in here, and this is and I don't know if you can tell that it's getting darker outside, but it's been a stormy day, or maybe I sound tired. This is going to be pretty early in the inspection report, but this is actually the last video that I'm going to do today. And this is the time where I like to say thank you, dear client, for your trust and your business. Those things mean the world to my family and I. So thank you. I appreciate that. And and a good Google review, helps a small businessman like myself, or small business, any small business. So that, I'm not going to hound you, and I don't hire people to remind you or do anything like that. There it is. There's my groveling. Okay, and now if you're watching this video, if you get some entertainment, some chuckles about me fumbling through life, there's a like button right there. And if you've got, or is it there? Or if you've got insomnia, I've heard that my smooth, mellow radio voice can lull people to sleep. So there's a subscribe button right down there somewhere. So we're coming in here. The windows have all been replaced. They're Pella windows. They're vinyl, double pane, vinyl frame. So pretty nice. And we've got audio video recording by Ring. Okay. So there's that. But we're coming on along. A lot of our receptacles, most of the receptacles, and some critical areas too, they do not have grounding. They do not have electrical grounding. So we're coming in here, and all home inspectors are required to render opinions about the foundation. And we get our opinions from a variety of reasons, observations. And I kind of confirm that by measuring the floor height elevation differential. I have engineering equipment. That doesn't make me an engineer. It doesn't replace an engineer. Okay, that's what I use. And I use a throw down. I don't calculate slope. I don't. It's not within tolerances. I have guidelines. And two guidelines I use is no more than 1 inch floor height elevation differential within 25 feet. Well, we got that much between where I'm standing and there, No more than 2 inches overall. And I've gotten, 3 or more inches of floor height elevation differential. So just based on those observations, I can say that there's some issues with the foundation and recommend further evaluation and that. But that also, I found some rotten sill plate right in here, which is not uncommon by the door. And, wooden shims, which, a frequent and lively debate. That was very common in the era when this home was built. You do have concrete piers underneath there. I do think the foundation is functioning as intended. It's holding up the superstructure. I think this floor is as wavy as the Atlantic Ocean. Okay. And it's hurricane season. And I've been trying, but you can see the floors. You see the buckling on the floors? Or cupping, cupping and buckling. But all these deformities in the floors, these are indications of a prior water issue. Just good to know. Good stuff to know. So we got our vinyl windows, we got our loose, and some of our receptacles, when they're upside down like this, they're kind of loose. They turn them upside down so that this grounding prong will hold it in place. They're having trouble with it. And so instead of replacing the receptacle, they turn it upside down and try to get a little more, distance, a little more use out of it. And I don't blame them. How do I know that? Well, come over to my house. So come in over here, and this is the interior, but this countertop. Okay, all this tile has been replaced, not been replaced, excuse me. They wanted to keep this nice aqua tile. And it looks like it had some accents on it at one time, and the tile around the edge, they just went ahead and is breaking off. And so how do I know that? How do I know that? It was just breaking off, and they decided to just like put this board in here to kind of get a little more distance out of the operation. Because here's the original tile right here on these corners. See that? Okay. And then we're moving on along. This kitchen window is fixed, meaning it's not articulate. And then we've got interior plumbing and interior appliances, so we have that too. And we're kind of working our way on around. We got an air return register for the air conditioning system in the kitchen. Now you can say this is technically not the kitchen, or just say I know and live with it, but it's not supposed to be there like that. That's not the proper arrangement. I'm missing a little tile right there. Some of these doors close on their own accord. Some of them open on their own accord. This one opens on its own accord. This one closes on its own accord. Whee! Coming on along, we're in the primary bedroom suite now. I've got a separate video is coming up about the fireplace. And it has some, a few little issues, so I encourage you to watch it. And coming in here, here's our laundry. We're missing our trim ring around the laundry sink, hot and cold's not labeled, that kind of thing. Appliances, clothes dryers, and clothes washers, they're beyond the scope of this inspection. And these are just really basic models, and both of these units have some age on them. So anything they give you is a gift. I was looking for this. I knew that. And so all the receptacles in the kit, that one doesn't even work. It's supposed to be GFCI protected. That's supposed to be GFCI protected. So, and when you get a new clothes washer, this is a 3-prong. So you may have to do some modifications. You have to get a custom whip. They call that the whip, sometimes. So, but you might stumble a little bit getting your new clothes dryer in here, or you might be using this clothes dryer. So but when the time comes, and it won't be long, just know that there's going to be some discovery along the road to discovery. And then this clothes rod right here is supposed to have, see that right there? It's supposed to have little screws in there. So this doesn't all fall down on you and just all your clothes fall everywhere. You're trying to go to church or something important. And then, you're either late because you had to pick everything up, or it sits around on the floor because you wanted to make the appointment. We're coming in here, we don't have any electric receptacle outlets. Oh, there's one. But we don't have any air registers in here, which is fine, but not a requirement. Even a vent fan, like in the bathroom, you'll see an interior plumbing video coming up, and I say you don't have a vent fan in the bathroom. There's not one required in the laundry, not even a window. Probably one day soon, but not today. Coming down, and there's a little bit of trim right there. I haven't seen one door stop in this home. Our striker plate is missing right here. This door swings open on its own accord. The latch does work. In another video, I say that these windows are not tempered safety glass, when in fact they are. But they just have this privacy film on here. I thought that film was... Anyway, it doesn't apply to us. The fireplace, it needs some work. I mean, you look at the mortar missing from between the bricks. It's got a few other issues as well. And then we're just kind of moving along. No grounding, how about that? Now, this is kind of like, speaking of lively debate and stuff, this window is fixed like the kitchen window is fixed. You can't get out, and it would be too high. But every bedroom, so this might be a den, How about that? Every bedroom, if this is such, every bedroom should have a direct access to the exterior. So if we go into this sitting area, which has a door, I'm thinking technically this is not that room. And I'm thinking you do not have emergency egress in that room if that room is in fact a bedroom. However, somebody might have a different opinion. And then we're moving on along, we got a smoke alarm. Some of these smoke alarms are yellow like this. That is an indicator. It should be snow powder white. It should be standing out. The manufacturers use a certain type of plastic in there that when it ages, it turns yellow. When it turns yellow, it tells you that that smoke alarm needs to be replaced. You should have a smoke alarm inside of each bedroom. You should have a smoke alarm outside of each bedroom. And you should have a smoke alarm in the common living area. And I'm only seeing 2 smoke alarms. And then this smoke alarm, it was chirping earlier, so that's a low battery indicator. It's not chirping now. I don't think the battery charged itself while I was here. I think it probably dialed out. This is supposed to be a pantry, or it's supposed to be a mechanical closet. This water heater makes heat, so you know that might be kind of rough on some of your stored goods. Oh, my phone is going crazy, isn't it? It's dinner time. Time for all the sales calls. Should not have bare light bulbs in closed closets or in closets at all. And you should have a switch. It shouldn't be a pull. And then attic access is not accessible. There's a wiring harness trunk over the top of it, so you can't get through there. And it's also blocked by the refrigerant piping. And this also, from the crawl space video, if you remember me talking and stuff, but this is the refrigerant piping. So that other piping in the crawl space is plumbing and not refrigerant piping. Let's see. Got a switch around here. When you get these older homes that have been remodeled and added on to and all that, like mine has been. Not that you should have to live like me, okay? But you'll find that the light switches are in all kinds of crazy places, and it'll take you a little while to get used to it. You have to learn what a horse's temperament is. When you ride it. If you're not familiar with the horse, you might have to, a little acclimation period. And you come into the bedroom, okay, this is the middle bedroom, I guess, all right? Well, then the light switch, you should have a light switch any door you come in. You shouldn't have to come in this door and then walk. I'm just talking about switches in crazy places, right? And so you got to come all the way over here and turn the light on or off. So that's something to keep in mind. I already mentioned that there's no door stops. There's striker plates in there. Again, this definitely is a closed closet. Pull string, exposed light, no grounding. We got a whole bathroom video, but its fan's not working, and the door is loose or messed up. So we got those kinds of things. Also, this is GFCI protected, but it's not grounded. And in a wet or damp location, you're supposed to have GFCI protection and grounding. It's not and or. So we don't have grounding out here. And while grounding would be ideal to make it safe for people, not necessarily electronic equipment, but safe for people, you can simply put a GFCI out here because you do not need grounding for a GFCI to operate. But in a damp location, you need both. They want both. If one doesn't work, they want the other one to work for you. And while we're here, I'm just kind of come into the dining area. That's the only electrical receptacle. Okay, so And again, I think this house was built in 1940. Okay, now we're going to go to cool. I think it's cool 78. No! And it was cool 78. What a memory. And then this is the front bedroom, or the east bedroom. You got some bifold doors in here, and that's about it. And then there, look again, all our beautiful windows and their electric receptacle outlets. And we're right about where we started. Now, if you unplug this, you will not have power up here. In fact, see, you got power right here. And you're not supposed to run extension cords through walls. But they made this has been made through the industry, the entertainment industry, entertainment electronics industry. And UL listed, so it's fine. And this is the only doorstop I've seen. That is it. That is the doorstop. Ooh, look at that. Okay.